consider. People, it's been really, really long time.
Oh, can someone share the main? Wait, I think I can do it.
Mets, if you wanna get regular users group members in early, that's fine. They can be part of this. But someone is sharing their screen. Is that you, Sam?
Yeah.
Cool.
Then okay. Then back. Okay. Okay, I'm opening the stream. Can someone go to the our YouTube channel, check it's
If we're streaming,
yeah.
I can do that. Wow. Subscribe. So it should be appearing. LGBT.
Can you see it?
I am not being capable of reaching out.
Okay.
I can get into our account, but I cannot see the stream. But I'm quite sure I'm not clever enough.
Okay, let me see. Okay, give it.
It says that the channel has no content.
Yeah, because we don't have anything uploaded on public.
Yeah, but it should be showing the.
Can you refresh?
Yeah, sure. No, still no content.
Cool.
Let me check on my computer, just in case it's easier there. Says live.
It's showing that it's live
on my computer, just in
case. It's showing on my
I can
computer
hear myself.
live.
I can hear myself talking about my computer. We are fine.
Okay, so you can hear everything's all right. You can see the screen. Can you see the slide?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Are we ready to go?
It's showing that it's live
on my computer, just in
case. It's showing on my
I can hear myself. I can hear myself talking about my computer. No, again. Like 3 times.
Here, everything's all right. You can see the screen. Okay. If you want, you can mute the stream, but stay there so we have bigger numbers.
Okay.
letting
So
people
get
in
people
now?
in.
Okay.
Can I get people in? That's fine.
That is the conference. That's it.
That's it. We are done. Okay.
Let's go.
Goodbye, everyone. Okay, but if I'm sharing the screen, I can't see the chat or anything else. So
don't worry, I can do that so you can see your desk.
Okay.
Stop sharing and I go.
Okay. So do I stop sharing right now?
Yeah.
Okay. There it is. All yours.
Already there. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello, hi from Trieste, Italy.
Benvenuti. Just a few more minutes and we start. Okay, so 10 past the hour. Before we start, let me share with you, first of all, welcome to Coding Wikipedia 2025, but let me share with you some technical stuff you may need. This call is being interpreted into Spanish and French, which means we have interpreters in the room. You can choose your language by clicking on the globe saying interpretation on your, how you say this, like this stuff in Zoom where you can see the different tools. And you can choose either Spanish or French, or stay in the floor where we'll be speaking in English. As we do have interpreters, I will ask to everyone taking the phone, the mic, or being a speaker or whatever, to please speak slowly so they can do their work. And yeah, there is also, this is being streamed and it will be recorded. And that should all the technical stuff. We do have some safe space contacts. You will know in the chat. I will put it in a chat in a little while, and I will also be sharing the slides with you in the chat. This being said, the floor is for you, BC. Are you around?
Hello and good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. I'm so happy to have everybody here. Welcome to Querying Wiki online conference. We spent so much time, myself and my colleague Vic, putting this conference together, and I'm really excited, equally nervous, but I'm so sure that we're going to have such a wonderful 2 days that I can bet my money on. So I'm very happy to be here. Today, we're not just gathered as editors, scholars, activists, or lovers of knowledge, but as custodians of truth, guardians of stories that the world has often tried to silence. And if there's any other time that we've been experiencing silence, it's even more now. While we were trying to come online, the news broke that the US Supreme Court will be taking argument on same-sex marriage. Whatever the outcome is, the mere fact that they want to discuss the validity of the love that we share in of itself is sad, but it gives us hope. You see, history has always been kind to queer people. Our love, our lives, our bodies, our brilliance have been erased, rewritten, or simply ignored. But today, through the power of Wikipedia and global Wikimedia community, we are rewriting that history. We are not waiting for permission to exist in history books, but we are writing ourselves into them. Wikipedia, at its core, it's a radical act of democracy. Well, it simply says knowledge belongs to everyone. And when we query Wikipedian, we are querying knowledge itself, challenging who gets to tell the story, whose voices are amplified, and whose truths are recorded. Every edit, every citation, every article you write or review is an act of resistance. It is saying to the world, we were here, we are here, and we will continue to be here. So when we archive queer history, we're not just documenting the past, we are also protecting the future, because when a young queer person searches for themselves online and finds a reflection of their truth, that moment can be life-changing. It can be life-saving. And we've seen that over and over again in the lives of young queer people. But this is also about power. Who holds it? Who shares it? And who has been denied it? Querying Wiki is not just about inclusion. It is about liberation. It is about breaking open systems that have been built to exclude and reimagining what knowledge looks like when it's truly intersectional, diverse, and free. So as we embark on this conference starting today and ending tomorrow, I want to leave you with some few takeaways. First, remember that every click, every edit, every word matters. What you do have ripple across borders and generation. And every presentation this 2 days will challenge what you already know and inspire you, hopefully. And second, understand that archiving is activism. Every biography you publish, every image you upload, every citation you verify becomes part of a collective legacy that can never be erased. And finally, just know that you're not alone. Across the world, there is a growing movement of queer Wikipedians who are daring to imagine and build a future where our stories are not marginalized footnotes, but proud central chapters of human history. So, as we start the conference, let us dream boldly. Let's write fiercely. Let's edit with pride, because the act of querying Wiki is in itself an act of love, of courage, and revolution. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Welcome to Querying Wiki 2025. Hey! And now I am going to pass the mic to Owen or Davina. I'm not sure which of them will be speaking next.
This one is emo, but I've just got here, so I'm going to let you just finish the intro yourself and just say, hello, everyone, welcome, thank you for coming along.
Thank you very much, everyone. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time that we're going to have today and tomorrow. With that, Vic, should I pass it back to you?
Yeah, I wonder, because we have our, well, thanks for the welcome speech. Nice to see you, Owen. And welcome to all of you. So I've been sharing in the chat the information I was saying. Any doubt you may have, you let us know. So we should start with our presenters. I wonder if there is John Samuel here around, because John Samuel is our first presenter. But, yeah, there it goes. May you be
Recording
around.
in progress.
So, in case John Samuel is not around, do we have Sarah? No, just do we start on time? That's the stuff. People are not used to start on time. May Sarah be around? I can try to check. Wait.
Wow, did we really leave half an hour for intros? If we're running that far ahead of time, then I suppose I can ad-lib some welcome.
We
So,
left half an hour for intro, so we still have time. We have 11 minutes.
That is very optimistic of us. So I have not prepared any opening words because I have had a stupidly busy day and traffic in Cardiff back from the vets has been very busy. But I know roughly what Bissy said before I joined. So I'll just add to... Ema wants to pay attention now. So I'll add to say it's really good to see so many people here. And I am completely overwhelmed by how many registrations we've had. So it's really good to see how successful this event is being. And now he's deserting me. As Bissy said, it's especially important when times are difficult for us to remember to take space and make space for joy and celebration of the work that we've been doing. And there is so much great work happening across the Wikimedia movement in queer spaces. I always shout out the Spanish language group and their País del Mes. But now that we're becoming a bit more well organized as a user group, we're able to do more and thus get more done and be more effective. And it's very exciting to see that's happening. And it's really great. I don't think the cat is clever enough to have gone to fight queerphobes. His sister, definitely clever enough. He is not. But it's really great that we get to take the time to make more events happen and support more contributions to the projects, and that we can take the time to learn how to be better at running events. For example, I went on a training program from Wikimedia UK a couple of months ago, and so we're able to do more and thus have more impact. And it's very exciting that that's the case. I am running out of filler that I can do off the top of my head, and so I don't know if anyone else from the the user group wants to talk any. But I can see from Telegram that we are still not ready for our first session.
Yes, we are supposed to have this opening session for 30 minutes, so which means we're still 8 minutes into it. But as we want to go on, I just want to say a very big thank you to certain people who have worked tirelessly behind closed door to make this conference a reality, and who are still, as I speak, are still working behind closed door. First, I want to say a very big thank you. And if you can come on with your camera, that's fine. If you can't come on with your camera, that's also okay. I want to say a very big thank you to Sam, our technical person, who has been working around to make sure that YouTube links with Zoom, Zoom links with YouTube, and every speaker and slides are in place. Sam, if you're here, just say hello. And I also want to say thank you to Nakaru, who worked on the slide as well, and we're able to put them all together into a deck. So thank you very much to you too. I also want to say thanks to my colleague Vic, who is the most amazing inspiration behind making this a reality. And they have worked worked so hard to make sure that we have all the speakers, to get all the abstract, to get everything together. So Vic, please, you can give them virtual round of applause, please. I really appreciate that. And I also want to say a very big thank you to our board of directors. I think that the support from the board in believing that Vic and I can put this together, it's really massive. And I want to thank you, Owen. I want to thank Jeffrey, Ashley, Paperboy Prince, Ayokomi, Freddie, Lane, for the support that you have given to us. I want all of you to understand that myself and Vic got into this role in April, and we hit the ground running, and we had to put this event together, as well as putting together Wiki Loves Pride in June, which was also a huge success, and having to represent the user group at Wikimania in Nairobi as well. So there's been a lot that we've been doing. We're actually about 5 minutes more into when the first presenter will come, unless I get the nudge that they are ready, because they're supposed to come on at half past the hour. Vic, are they ready?
I am. We need a few more minutes, it seems. Like by 40, Sarah will be ready. The issue is that we don't have Sean on the call. But it's not a problem, because we have like many participants from different parts of the world. So I can go through saying, where do they come from? Let's do this together. Can you please put your country and city in the chat, maybe? I can start by saying that I'm based at Buenos Aires, and it's been rainy all day long. So it's nice to have an online conference, so I don't have to go out of my house and I can be here with you.
And I'm joining you from London, where the weather is in the process of making up its mind what it will be. The good thing is it was sunny today. Yesterday was windy and we had a storm, but today it's warm for October, so that's good. We can see people from Australia, from Indianapolis, from San Francisco, from Germany, from
Italy,
Lagos, from different parts of the world.
Greece, and Athens.
And Cardiff as well. Yeah. Wales had an election yesterday. And it was a big thing in the UK because we thought that a certain party was going to win. And I think people of Wales deserve a round of applause for telling us that there is still hope in this world.
We also have more happy people about being in their house. So welcome here from Cardiff, people from Kansas, Brooklyn, Spain,
New York,
Cardiff as well.
Tom is here. The presenter is here now.
Oh, welcome, John Samuel. We were waiting for you. It's nice to have you here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great. So I will leave the floor for you. Just a small reminder that we have interpreters in the call, so please go a little bit slowly, even more than what I was talking right now. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Wikimedia LGBT group, for giving me this opportunity to talk about will AI erase again the role of Wikimedia communities. Next slide, please. Okay, I do not know whether you have seen the latest presentation on diff. There was an article recently, just last week on 17th October, about seeing a decline in human page views on Wikipedia. And this was very big surprise because there was a decrease of roughly 8% compared to the same month in last year. So there's a big problem that we are going to face. We have already seen this happening in other communities, especially the technology communities like Stack Overflow, where we have seen a very, very big decline. And this is a very big problem for us. So this article, can you go to next slide, please? So this article talks about the problem, why this problem is happening. Most of us do know that this is related to the large language models that have come out in the market, and people have started moving from the regular sources of information to LLMs, large language models, etc. And we are also seeing a lot of local models. I'm not talking about the big models that you all of you here know, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, or other models. I'm talking about the other local models that people are starting to use in their side. So this is also creating a lot of problem because people are asking questions to these models. Second thing is about the search engines itself. I think you may have noticed that during the last few months, people have started asking questions on search engines. Previously, we used to put keywords on the in search engines. Now we are asking questions to search engines, and the search engines give us the answers. So imagine some years before where we used to put some keywords to get the information, and now we are actually doing further and getting that information directly from the from the search engine. So this is also creating a problem for the community, and this is also being discussed in the article on diff. The third point is the AI chatbots, and that you could talk about lots of AI chatbots at home that you may have, where you ask questions, whether it's Siri or any other devices, where you ask questions directly, and then you do not have to read those read articles on Wikipedia or any other places. The fourth point that the article says is about the social media platforms. In fact, in general, the social platform, the consumption of the way we consume news or the way we consume information is really changing. People are asking new ways to read information and see information, and so people are not coming to Wikipedia or other sites, other forums where the data is generated by user media platforms. So why am I talking? Sorry.
John, can you go a little bit slower? So
Sorry.
it's all right. Thank you.
Okay, so why do we need to talk about this problem? Okay, we could say that people have shifted from Wikipedia and have gone to new places, but the article itself says that there are lots of issues, because if people do not come to Wikipedia, there will be lesser number of contributions, there will be lesser number of fundings for us, and there will be lesser number of events like this that we are doing today. So that means in general, the content about us will be reduced. And this is a very, very big problem. Can you go to next slide, please? Okay, so this problem is not something new. People have been studying about the generative AI and the issues that they have created. The first question that people asked, in fact, there was an article on Wired, how a generative AI depicts queer people. Look, imagine a world where we do not have the queer community documenting about our lives, documenting about things that we do, documenting about our problems. What will happen in this particular world? We will see just the stereotypes. And this is exactly that article in Wired stated last year, in April 2024. And if you see there, the person searched about bisexual person, trans person, gay person, etc. And you just see the stereotypical views that has been portrayed on the media, and this is what comes up in the first page. And so this is a problem. This is a major problem for us. Next slide, please. Yeah, so I said, okay, let's see if this happened last year. This article came in April last year. Things would have changed and we would see something much better now. So I tried to test things in different languages. I tried first in French. So there was a conference and I had to talk about these issues in a French conference. And I said, let me try with the word amour. The amour in French is love. And I was surprised to see that the word amour has completely erased us, and we are nowhere present in any of the pictures. I tried on multiple generative AI, and I wanted to see what they are talking about us. And to be frank, I thought AI, the most of the models that I'm using, know about me, and say they would have at least manipulated me and given me something that is related to my identity. But that's not the case. And I got something that's really, really common. Next slide, please. Yeah. So now what I did, okay, I said, okay, let me try today. Yes, like this week, I said, like, let me try and see what will happen if people are asking the same questions today, like the article, like the author from Wire did. And I said, okay, let me try. And I tried a gay person on ChatGPT, gay person on Gemini, and gay trans man on Gemini. So these are the three pictures that I said. I didn't say anything. I didn't add any information. I just said, depict me or draw me an image of a gay person. I do not want to interpret anything. I just want you to reflect on what we are saying. But the first picture just made me laugh because it like, I'm not carrying a rainbow flag all the time with me. And I'm like, when somebody searches gay man on ChatGPT or any site, the first thing that comes up is a gay man has always a rainbow flag behind him, and that's the thing that happens. But this is not true. I am here before you. I have a logo of a wiki event, but I do not have anything else other than that. So this is something that we need to really worry about. Next slide, please. And then I will talk about where, next slide.
A little more slowly, please, John.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
I was
Thank
about
you.
to say the same.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have this tendency to speak fast. Next slide, please. Sorry. Okay, so now what I did, I wanted to understand where this eraser is possible. The first place that such eraser is happening is at the point of data collection. So imagine if all the LLMs, I'm talking about the private LLMs, the newly released LLMs, they decided to avoid the LGBT blogs, they decided to avoid LGBT content. So the first point that may happen is that all those things that we think is important, our stories, our lives, is completely erased from the very first point of data collection. So we are erased that at that point of time. That's the first thing that has been studied, and it has been proved that this is happening in many of the models. Second thing that is happening is in the tokenization. So tokenization is something an intermediate procedure in the phase of creation of data large language models, where people are able to split the content into multiple words. And this word, initially in the past, the words were separated by spaces. Now they have different techniques where they do statistical information to split words into tokens. And here what happens is that people have studied that only the binary pronouns have been considered, and all the new pronouns have been completely erased because there are not many information. So statistically speaking, these pronouns do not exist. So here also it's our role to talk about how we can do. The third thing that is happening is during the time of training. Imagine everyone has collected all the data. They have taken data from OpenCrawl, which has collected all the information. But at the time of training, people decided to remove every document that contains the words gay, lesbian, bisexual. And it is not a joke. It is really happening. And this is another problem that may happen. And because of this, our content, anything related to our stories, may be missing from the final content. And finally, the post training. So you have this model, you have started using it, your models at your home, and then you are saying, "Oh, let's see what's interesting movie, what's the interesting stuff, etc." And imagine that you are coming to a blog and you're asking such question, and such question is flagged as adult content. If you ask, "Show me some gay movie," and the LLM model replies back, "Sorry, I cannot respond to you because it is adult content, so I am not going to show you." And this is also happening, and this has been also documented. And sadly, we have to also think about it. Next slide, please. Okay, so what's the role of the Wikimedia community, especially the queer community, towards this regard? First thing is that we need to really think about the LGBT content in different language Wikipedias. I gave an example from the French context because I want to talk about the limits also, or the limits that are present in other languages language other than English, and if there is not enough content about the LGBT lives in other languages, people who train models just focusing on the French Wikipedia may not have a lot of information about the LGBT lives. So this is something that we need to seriously consider, and I'm really happy that this presentation is translated into Spanish and French. That means we are actually understanding that this is a real problem that we may face in the future. Erasure from maybe one language, but erasure also from multiple languages. So we need to work towards creating comprehensive, detailed biographical entries about various people. We need to talk about the LGBT history. This is really rich, and we need to talk about people that have been erased in the past, why they have been erased in the past. We need to talk about the culture, the organization, and the media. There are lots of content, but this is not being fully documented in different language Wikipedia. The next thing that I want to talk about, which is also very important, is the aspect of Wikidata and all aspect of data models that have to be really considered. We have a lot of people within our community, within the user group, that work on these data models, and they have studied about the limits of these models. It's also important that we need to collectively see how the identity is represented in structured data. Why this is getting important? We are now seeing another way of looking at things where, even though the information is available only in one language, people are translating, at least large language models are translating your questions to other languages, from English to the other languages, and they are using their content. So if you do not have a model ready, even if it's at least available in one language, we are creating a situation where the data will not be available. So this we have to also consider in our discussion. So this is not the only thing. We also need to think about people who are creating this model. We have to talk about that we are being erased. It's not just, as you have already seen in my previous content slide. Okay, we have done a lot of things. We have improved the content on Wikipedia. We have documented our lives. We are writing blog entries, everything. But then in every step of the creation of large language models, we are being erased. There is no way that we can protect our content on the internet. So this is also something that we have to consider. Next slide, please. And that. So what I am saying, what I want to conclude is we need to ensure that large language models and anything that we use make use of diverse data sources. Many people have written about it. They are talking about the missing diversity within the large language models. People are asking transparency for these sources, and we need to ensure that we mandate such things that the diversity is present. We also need to fund wiki projects. For example, our wiki project is being funded. This should be done more so that people get encouragement to talk about their problems, to see what are the things that are missing, and create and document these problems. We need to talk about the quality metrics. We need to understand how we can measure that whether the article is complete, because we have always seen problems where article is deleted because it's
One second.
Yes,
I'm so sorry. It's just you're
the
going too
quality
fast
metrics
for
are
the.
missing. Finally, we need to thank Wikipedia, attribution to Wikipedia, and multilink, and support the multilingual effort. That's it. I am done. Thank you very much. Next slide is just to say thank you.
Thank you very much, John
Thank you very
Samuel.
much.
Thank you for your presentation. I think we're going to give about, or we can take 2 questions before we move on to the next presenter. And I just wanted to say that there's been a lot of conversation in the chat box. And some of the things that I find interesting is also some of the things that people have been saying about the erasure of certain people or certain groups when it comes to this AI thing. And it's clear in your presentation. So if you have a question, you can either use the chat box, or you can come on and I will give you the opportunity to ask John Samuel question. I will take 2. Please, any question? I have to say, John Samuel, this is a very interesting presentation, actually.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just checking if there is a question.
Yeah, I'm checking as well.
Yes, thanks for Owen for sharing tokenizing.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I think there's any question for you. There are a few reactions about this, but I don't see any question coming forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Feedback has been really positive. Thank you, John. Please, a round of applause for John, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we are now going to go to Sarah. I'm not sure if Sarah is here yet. We have been exploring some opportunities to work with the foundation, especially when it's come to LGBT safety within the Wiki ecosystem and community. And we're supposed to have Sarah here to speak from the Wikimedia Foundation Human Rights Team.
She was around, indeed. Sarah was around in the room. She needed a little bit of time, but she was around over here.
Recording stopped.
Also, we can.
Can you hear me?
Sarah, is that you?
I've been saying hi, hello. Yeah.
Oh, you were.
But
sorry. You're welcome, Sarah. Lovely to have you.
Yeah, no worries. Hi, BC, hi, Vic, and hi, everyone else. I hope to meet you in person one of the days. My name is Sarah. I use they, them pronouns, and also she is also fine. I'm happy to be here. I will be leading this session from the human rights team. at the Wikimedia Foundation, hence the acronym that you see in the title of this session. We are also joined here today with my colleague Max. I think he should be here. So you can address questions to the both of us. Next slide, please. So why are we here? Oh, sorry, I was just checking that we're not recording because we want this to be a safe space. So these days, there are unfortunately increasing threats and targeting of LGBTQ plus folks because of their identity or perceived identity, including backsliding in places where we thought we had progressed on this front. So this can unfortunately extend or spill over into Wikimedia spaces. So in this session today, we at the Human Rights team wanted to hear from you as a first step. Mainly, how has your experience been navigating Wikimedia platforms and related spaces, especially when it comes to your LGBTQ plus identity? So this will be the first part. In the second part, we will talk about what are some of your needs related to this that we can help address. Next slide, please. But first, who are we? What is the Human Rights team at the foundation? Many Wikimedians maybe don't even know that such a team exists. So we are trying to, through sessions like this, to increase awareness about it across the movement. So the Human Rights team exists to support volunteers and communities who are faced with attempts to be deprived of their rights and who are persecuted for their good faith contribution to Wikimedia projects. Next slide, please. So a bit more detail. In general, we aim to have a holistic approach to safety and security, that is in the digital realm, in physical reality, but also when it comes to psychosocial health. We raise awareness about human rights and human rights risks within teams across the Wikimedia Foundation, the large organization that is the Wikimedia Foundation, and also vis-a-vis at-risk individuals or groups, as well as the community at large. Additionally, we provide guidance and expertise to individuals and communities in crisis, as well as within operational workflows pertaining to the foundation's work. So this can be human rights due diligence or risk assessments for holding a certain event, and so on. Next slide, please. So we want to dedicate this session to listening to you and to your experiences. So we would love to hear from you. How has your experience been navigating Wikimedia platforms and related spaces, especially when it comes to your LGBTQ plus identity? So we're not recording. We want this to be a safe space, and everything you say here will be confidential, like we're not taking notes or anything. We would just like to hear from you, because based on this, we will try to see how best we can support the community. So you can raise your hand to speak, or you can write in the chat.
Sarah, we were streaming a little bit of your presentation. I would stop the streaming now so people can be safe here as well. Okay, so for all of you, this is not being recorded. This is not being streamed.